Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a fun project. I've had this Bonnie Cashin Coach bag for a little while that I think I want to turn into a flower arrangement for my windowsill. And so I think I'm gonna run to the store, get a couple little like faux flower pieces to put in it, and then we'll go through and I'll show you how I arranged it. I'll show you the bag really quick. So it is this Cashin bucket bag. This is not available for sale anymore, but if you want to replicate this project, you could get the Town bucket bag at Outlet, which is fairly similar in shape. There is a divider in the middle, so you might have to change your your process a little bit more to make it work. But I think we're in business. I think this is gonna be really cute. So, and not to mention, a lot of Bonnie Cashin's styles were very focused towards women, and so I just, when they re-release some of these archive styles, I really want them, but I know I won't use them. So I think this is a really great way for me to get in on that really quick trend, and then I'll get you the style number on this just in case. So it actually came with this liner and a carry strap that I will not be using for this project. I'll probably find something else to do with these. But here is my Creed little story patch. And so I have style 69653 if you're curious. So again, this was from a Coach Originals collection where they re-released some legacy / heritage styles, and this was a retail bag as well. So, but again, there are other options out there. So this is where I planned on putting it. I just like it in the center here. I think I'll get some roses for it, and so it'll be my little deco moment with my crystal candle holders. But I am gonna run to the store and I will take you with me. So I'm at Michael's, trying to be quiet. And I just really want to try and keep a sense of scale, and I'm not finding what I want. So I really want to go for roses. These look a lot more white in camera than they are. But I really prefer, let's see if I can find an example. I really prefer when they're foam like this, but I want white. I could go for these maybe, not what I wanted. I might just have to see here, hold on. See, this is what I mean, wrong color and wrong size. The size of my hand, and too big. So I went to Michael's, and I didn't really see, what I'm really thinking of, I didn't describe this before, but what I'm really thinking of is just keeping really short, around the rim of that bucket bag, white roses in it. And they had some, a handful of white, but not enough to fill. And so I'll put up on the screen, I took a picture of what I was holding, and I was like, eh. And the thing about making your own floral arrangement is that it's actually still really expensive. So it's worth it to wait to get what you want. And sometimes you can find a deal. I don't want to imply that you never get a good deal on fake florals. But I'm just not seeing what I want, and I'm not going to spend the money until I see what I want. So back to the drawing board, maybe another Michael's. I don't know. I just moved here. I have no idea what's going on. I went to Joanne. Joanne, where I lived before, had florals. This Joanne does not. So I don't know if Ankeny does, but I did impulse buy some ultra suede. So we'll call it a win. So I did eventually try a whole bunch of different stores. I went to multiple craft stores, and I just wasn't finding what I was thinking of. So what I wound up with is 6 of these from Walmart. And the reason I picked these is because there's pieces and parts here that if I really need to, I feel like I could cut apart and rework, just with some tape and some wire. To get a more natural look, and these were only $3 a piece. I did still really wish I had the foam ones that I think last longer and look nicer, but they unfortunately are a little bit more expensive anyway. So if I couldn't get the right amount, like if I had to mix them, it just wasn't worth it. So overall, glad I found these. I was actually really surprised, like back home, the Walmart floral section was like nicer than it is here. I see these say they're mainstays, which means they're like a Walmart brand. But when I actually worked as the department manager in a department store for like a gifts and like home stuff area, we actually had the same floral merchandise as Walmart. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. Out of it. And then in here is actually, I found the perfect size. I got this at Michael's. It says it's craft foam, which is for cake decorating. They did not have floral foam in this perfect shape and size, at least at my particular Michael's. So we're gonna force this to work, even if it doesn't wanna work. So that's my thought. I also got at Walmart some, I guess these are called aviation snips, but a big pair of wire cutters. Big pair of wire cutters so I can just clip the stems off because we're not doing a long arrangement. So other than that, I think I'm gonna get started. I'll put you on time lapse while I work through this. Quick note, this is what they look like cut short. I think I'm probably gonna have to toss this. I don't think these are useful for anything, but maybe I'll hold on to them. But this, I cut long, just in case I need to cut more off, and then I may wind up cutting pieces apart. I think I'm gonna wind up, in a lot of cases, actually cutting this whole piece here off, and then using this little bud separately. But we'll see what I do here. I just wanted to make sure you knew. Remember, especially when we are not using a like measuring device, cut longer. You can always cut more off, but you can't glue more back on. And yeah, you could go through and tape pieces and parts of these back on, but who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. Okay, so I mostly finished it. Now that I have everything in it, I'm seeing a flaw with my idea. So I really wanted it to kind of like be crazy full with flowers. And so I might have to go get another one of those like little round foam things and make them taller. But the other thing, because basically what's happening, and I'll put pictures on the screen now, is it doesn't quite look like a Coach bag anymore. Like it has, it just looks like a black vase or bucket. The other thing I did to remedy this is I had a white Coach hang tag laying around. So I swapped out for a regular Coach hang tag, and then my regular black Coach hang tag for a white Coach hang tag. And then I put, I think I'm gonna put this strap on it. So for those who don't know, if you're ever curious, this style of harness is also apparently a Bonnie Cashin invention. So the bag that I'm using, if you notice, it looks like a horse feed bucket. That's because it is inspired by a horse feed bucket. And I think one of the really interesting things about her designs is that she was always like super like inspired by the world around her. Like the turn locks you see in a lot of Coach stuff, those were inspired by her convertible. This is very obviously a dog leash clip, and we still call these dog leash clips or dog clips. So I just really like that, like, especially in an era that I think there was a very specific, rigid way of looking at fashion. We're talking about like right after the return of this is maybe 15 years after the return of Dior's new look, or the return to femininity, I should say, that she's looking around her and finding inspiration to do all kinds of things, and I really like that. So I really think it looks a lot better now that the buckle's on it, and I really like it's really one-dimensional, so you really can only look at it from one angle and get the full effect, which is fine because I really wanted to go like in a windowsill. I would have to rearrange it, see, if I wanted to do it in like, you know, on a coffee table centerpiece, but I don't have a coffee table, so not a problem here. I think the white hang tag does help, like, you know, sell the Coach bag as a like floral centerpiece message. But I do really kind of like the mess of roses vibe. I think it turned out a lot better than I expected. For me, I'm not a floral designer by any means, but I really just putzed around with it, and I might still do some more yet. My mom will probably have opinions on it because my mom's really good at this, but I just really think that this is a vibe. I think this is one of those things that takes practice to get good at. I think I would have still tried to leave more of the stems longer, because in that time lapse I did cut things short a lot, and so now I have some of them that are just kind of sitting in there because they're too short. I did find a use for like the little buds. I didn't like them as much at first, but the little bud rose buds in there, like, can I see one over here? Yeah, here's one right here. Just kind of make it feel a little bit more natural, and then I like threw some leaves in there to break up all the white because you know, they're not super consistent. It doesn't look like one of those like boxes of like Forever Roses or whatever those are called, where all the roses look like they're the same rose over and over and over. So all in all, I'm super happy. I am, I don't know, a Pinterest mom now. That's my life.